Hey guys, what's up? My name is Anthony, and welcome to a Friday episode of BNA Sports Talk. I'm actually not sure if I've ever done a video on Friday for BNA Sports Talk. If it is, it's the first time, but if not, I sound like an idiot. And let's get into the video. So I want to talk about how I'm pretty excited about this weekend's games. Like, there's so many intriguing Super Bowl matchups this year. I feel like last year was a little bit of a dud, kind of, with potential Super Bowl matchups. Like, imagine the Patriots versus anybody in the NFC would be interesting. Like, you'd have them versus Saints, would be like Drew Brees versus Tom Brady, or you'd have the rematch between Patriots Rams or Patriots Eagles, and you also have Patriots Cowboys, which would be like a battle for America. Then you also have like Chargers versus Rams, battle for LA. Then you have Chiefs Rams, which would be like a rematch from earlier this year. A lot of interesting matchups. Let me know what your favorite would be. If you had to ask me, you pointed like a gun to my head or something that I would like to see and is actually possible, kind of like a mix, like something. It would be like the Chiefs Rams, I would say, because to see the comparison between the two games from earlier this year and then to see if it's really turning into an offensive league, because that's a big debate. But anyway, I'm going to talk about like the top 10 free agents today, where I think they'll land, and kind of the reason behind it. So, starting off with number 1, you have Antonio Brown. So, I think Antonio Brown will go to an established place, not somebody with too young of a quarterback like the Cardinals or the Jets. Maybe, and also not somewhere like with already like a Tom Brady or a Drew Brees, because their careers are pretty much over. So it'd have to be somebody in a market that he'd like, and that's looking for a wide receiver. So maybe Oakland. Like, Oakland, I think, would be a pretty good landing spot because it's a rebuilding team. He can be the face of the franchise. You know, he might not like John Gruden's way of coaching, but I think that'll be a pretty good landing spot for him. It would be, with the future of winning, they're going to shore up their defense, and they have a lot of first-round draft picks, and they don't really want to waste anybody that much on for a wide receiver, and then plus there aren't that many wide receivers in this draft. So Antonio Brown to the Oakland Raiders, I can definitely see it. I don't see him going to like the Browns or something like that, because they have enough. I think Baker Mayfield and a couple other quarterbacks trust their wide receivers, and wide receiver free agents is kind of hard because you have to build that chemistry. That's why you don't really see a lot of big wide receivers moving around, and I also don't think Patriots will make a move. Anyway, moving on swiftly to Le'Veon Bell. I want to get this right out of the way. I don't think the Colts are going to pick him up because there's too much controversy, and they want to build. They have a lot of draft picks, and even though they have a lot of cap space over the next couple of years, I really don't think that that's a spot for Le'Veon Bell. What I do think is that he'll land probably with the Baltimore Ravens, or a team that needs a rushing offense, because you have teams like the Giants, the Rams, the Cowboys, even the Cardinals that are good with their running game, like Denver. There aren't too many teams that are really looking for a running back, but for a transformative player, a team like I mentioned, I forgot already, the Ravens, they need somebody like that. Imagine Lamar Jackson, Le'Veon Bell, that'd be great. And plus, they want to get to that next step. So getting a transformative player like Le'Veon Bell with Lamar Jackson, I think, would help them. So yeah, moving on next, I want to dispel of all these like OBJ rumors, because a lot of people are like, oh, OBJ is going to go to the Cardinals. Last year, there's a Rams hype that I actually bought into too. I don't think that, even David Gettleman said, I really don't think that they would sign him to this huge deal if they were thinking about dealing him away. And plus, they want to get a lot back for him because his contract is so big. They're stuck with Odell, and that's why they signed that big contract. And yeah, there's the whole Kyler Murray stuff. I don't think that's legitimate. Now, there are a couple players on the list, like Jadeveon Clowney and a couple others that I believe will stay. Like people as Terrell Suggs, they say they want to stay with their team, and Clay Matthews, they would stay with their team unless they're pretty much forced to retire, and I believe those players will stay. There's what's his name? Dexter Fowler he was from Jacksonville, now he's on the Rams. I don't think a lot of teams want him. He'll be a free agent after this year. The Rams kind of just picked him up. He hasn't done that well. The Rams didn't really give up much for him, I don't think. It was like a third or fourth rounder. And yeah, I think he'll end up just being picked up maybe by the Lions, because they need to work on their rush defense. Their rush defense was in the bottom, I would say, 5th of the league, bottom 6th of the league, if that makes any sense. So they were like 25th rushing defense. If you can get somebody on the defensive line, because they're really missing Ndamukong Suh. They had one of the worst rush defenses this year. That would help them a lot. The final two players I want to mention are Earl Thomas and Kareem Hunt. Earl Thomas he definitely has a fractured relationship with the Seahawks, just like Antonio Brown does with the Steelers. So I think he won't go to Dallas because there's like a huge thing, and if Jerry Jones wanted to make that move, he would have. And plus, they're gonna have to start paying a lot of other defensive players soon. So I don't think Earl Thomas would be a good fit. I can see a team like the Giants picking him up, but also can't, because they see that like one year of getting a bunch of free agents can work within like a year, which happened with them. They had one of the best defenses, but it's not sustainable over a long time. So honestly, Earl Thomas is gonna have a hard time finding a place to go. But I wish he would come to the Giants almost, because our quarterbacks are pretty awful. And yeah, I think trading him to the 49ers would work. That would be the ideal spot, because he has his teammate in Richard Sherman. They have a little bit of chemistry, and that safety cornerback relationship will work. So Earl Thomas to the 49ers confirmed, maybe. I don't know. I could see them trading in the division between them or the Cardinals. And finally, Kareem Hunt. I think the Eagles could make a play for somebody like Antonio Brown or Kareem Hunt. I was going to say he was going to go to the Eagles, but they already have Golden Tate. If they get rid of Golden Tate, I could see Antonio Brown also going to the Eagles. But Kareem Hunt, the Eagles could make a move for him, but I think I think with the Jets, with their new offensive signing in Adam Gase, I think they're going to start going for offensive moves, and Kareem Hunt and Sam Darnold would be amazing together. The Jets draft some offensive linemen and then pick up Kareem Hunt in free agency. I think that'd be a good pick, because they have a lot of cap space, and they can go after somebody like Kareem Hunt, because I think that would make a lot of sense. I don't know about you guys. I don't see any other team that would kind of want to make a risk for him other than like maybe Oakland Raiders, since Marshawn Lynch is getting kind of old. But I don't know. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comment section down below. Imagine Antonio Brown and Kareem Hunt on the Raiders. That'd be interesting. Anyway, hope you guys did enjoy this video. Let me know where you guys think these players are gonna land. And yeah, anyway, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in Monday's episode of BNA Sports Talk. Bye, guys.